on the line right now a man who's been very supportive of my career, and great to see that good things are happening to him. He is the star of David, Dmitry Salita. Dmitry, welcome back to my show.
How you doing? Great to be back. Thank you for having me.
For sure. Now, we've been following that, joined by Radio Mike, who's a big fan of yours, and we've been following that you are involved with a boxer named Steven Martinez who fought on Showtime. We'd like to know what exactly is your involvement with this boxer?
I am the promoter of Steven Martinez. My partner is Square Ring, which is Roy Jones. Steve fought several times on my Brooklyn Bowl series here in New York. And then we lobbied for him to fight on Showtime. And this past December 12th, just a couple of days before, he fought on Showbox. He fought another very talented boxer named Chris Pearson. And it was a good fight. You know, we obviously wished for a victory, but I think that Steve did very well. And he's still very young. And, he's a future top fighter in this weight class, and he's only going to get better.
And the opponent he lost to is undefeated.
Yes, he's undefeated. He's very talented. You know, he had a tremendous amateur career, as did Steve. And, he signed with Mayweather and he signed with Al Heyman. So, we kind of rolled the dice, but we felt that Steve had a very good chance to win. And, he won the first 4 rounds. I feel the fight was even, but Chris got the decision. But I do think that Steve's talent and his mental approach to boxing is very good, and I think that he's only going to grow from this experience and get better.
Well, Dmitry, I've been to many of your fights, even in Madison Square Garden. I'm a very big fan of yours, and I keep on getting these pictures of you working out at gyms. Are you going back into the ring? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I was called about to do an interview about Steve Martinez. I didn't think it was going to be about me.
Well, you know what? The show got hijacked. I don't know what to do, but fans want to know. I mean, we certainly miss you in the ring. Obviously, what happened to you last year with Showtime was despicable. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen in sports. I hate that to kind of last and keep. I know you fought since then, but I don't want to see that thing stop you. So we want you back. We want you in the ring, but you're the one who's got to take those punches. So you tell us.
Thank you. Well, I'm in the gym. I'm getting in shape, and just in case something good and interesting turns around, I'm getting my body in shape.
All right. Okay, good for that. Now, this promotion that you're working with Roy Jones, now it's interesting. I interviewed Roy Jones a few years ago. He mentioned your name right at the end of the interview, and I was like, oh, I guess they're friends. But obviously you have a pretty strong relationship if you're doing promotional work with Roy Jones. So tell us about that relationship.
Yes. Actually, I was signed with Square Ring I guess in 2008 is when I signed with them. I fought on Roy's show in Madison Square Garden, which is probably where you saw me. And I became good friends with Roy and with the president of his company, a guy by the name of John Wart, who does a lot of business for Square Ring. And we have a really good relationship, and we've signed some good fighters together throughout the last couple of years. Steve being one of them, and it's a good relationship, and I value very much. As a kid, I used to watch Roy Jones in the ring, being the virtuoso that he was.
Sure.
And now working together with his company and with John is very helpful to me, and it's a relationship that I really appreciate and value.
Sure. I mean, I grew up so much on Roy Jones that when I interviewed, it's probably the only time I've actually been nervous for an interview. But go ahead, Radio Mike.
No, I've been to a bunch of the fights that you've promoted, whether it's been in Webster Hall or in Brooklyn, Brighton Beach, and I always enjoy the cards. I've never gone home disappointed, and it's great that you're a promoter, and I know you might or might not get back in the ring, but whatever the case may be, you certainly have a real big fan in your corner.
Thank you.
Now, Dmitry, me and Radio Mike were talking this off air about different sports as far as their safety, and I know you're a big student of the game and history of the game. going in the ring, obviously you're taking a risk, but do you feel like that most boxers, at the end of the day, if they're smart, they don't fight too long, they will be okay, or if they do the right things and train, they'll be okay? What are your thoughts about this health and safety of boxers?
Boxing is a very tough sport, and I think that there is some substance abuse, not in terms of like recreational drugs, but like performance enhancing drugs.
Right.
Yes, and I think that boxing as a whole is lacking in the testing system because it costs money to test athletes properly, and I do. I do feel that there's a lot of use of that in the sport of boxing. I guess over the last 5-6 years, I think that a lot of fighters tested positive, but I feel that boxers are becoming better athletes with the new insurgence of fitness trainers in the boxing world, but also kind of the not so good thing about it is that that boxers are taking these, are abusing these substances, performance enhancers, and that boxing is a contact sport. So the physicality of it is when it's felt on your opponent. So it is very important to live a healthy life outside the ring, and to be conscious of yourself and what you're holding physically and mentally. But sometimes it's hard to make the best decision on behalf of yourself, as it is with many professions. But I guess in boxing it's most felt. You know what I mean?
For sure. And last question we have for you, because we know you're very busy. How good did it feel? I mean, when you wanted to fight Hector Camacho Jr., it was on Showtime, and I don't know if it was Showtime that messed you over or someone else, but you walked in promoting a fighter that fought on Showtime. So how good did that feel that you're back where you need to be? Even if it's as a promoter, you're back on Showtime at a good spot. How good did that feel?
No, I have a good relationship with Showtime, and they've been good to my fighters. It feels great, while I had my company since 2010, I've really been focused on developing fighters, besides myself for the last year, I guess 15 months. And it's been very good. One of the things that I feel that I have is that I recognize talent. And I have a good relationship with the fighters and with the community, and I know, the tools that the fighters need to be able to progress themselves and get themselves to the next level. So, when they announced my company along with Floyd Mayweather on Showtime, it definitely, is a big blessing and felt very good, and I felt very good about it.
All right, as you should. It's a great thing.
I look forward to bigger and better things, and I look forward to Steven coming back and back on Showtime and doing his thing. I know that he's going to be very victorious and very successful in the coming year.
And we look forward to whatever you do. If it's just promoting, if it's promoting, fighting, whatever, we're going to be watching and be big fans of yours. And also, Hanukkah is coming up, so Hanukkah Sameach to you and your family, Dmitry. And
thank you.
And thank you for being on this.
Yes. And all the listeners, and it's always good to be on.
Yes, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right,
okay.
Hanukkah Sameach. Be well. All right, that was Dmitry Salita here on Lewis Live, a big supporter of my career, so good to see. Right, it's good to see Dimitri's in a good spot at this point.
Yes, he's a great guy. He really represents Judaism very well. When I go to his matches and they start playing the national anthem, so he takes off his hat that he's wearing there, and he has a kippah underneath,
right?
And he's not afraid to say, yes, I'm an Orthodox Jew, and, you can be... you can be out in the world and you could be fighting and you could be doing everything right, and you don't have to be afraid that you're Jewish.
There you go.